So now we'll see the next parameter. Means with this power level, UE will select send the Rach request message. So within Rach request message, what I said, UE will check three parameter. Preamble index, already I taught. Size of layer 3 message, so about the size of the message, that also I taught. Now next parameter, that is very important parameter, RARNTI, random access. RA means random access, RNTI means radio network temporary identifier. RNTI, radio network temporary identifier. So this identifier will be used by the UE during your transmission of RACH request message. So what is the RARNTI? That we have to understand. So RARNTI, in the simplest way, you can say it's the mapping of your frequency and time domain. The combination of frequency and time mapping will be defined by the RARNTI. Means at which time, at which frequency, their intersection will be identified by one identifier, that's called the RARNTI. Means suppose in your Rach procedure, at particular, suppose this resource, suppose at this time, at this frequency, your UE initiate the Rach. So this resource will be identified. Resource will not only frequency, frequency plus time, this two combination. So this resource have one unique identifier which UE is using at this frequency, at this time. So this particular resource will be identified by using the RARNTI. Means if I can ask, is it possible that more than one UE can have same RARNTI? Sanjay, is it possible?
सर जो सर अगर if we talk about contention based तो possible है सर सेम ही होगा ना सर
Yes, that's possible है ना? Yes,
yes
हाँ, contention based. So it is possible. That's something. So you see, RARNTI क्या है? Identify which time and frequency resource are used by the UE. I've seen the both things. Which time and frequency resource are used by the UE that will be identified by this identifier. So RARNTI will be used as identifier which will identify the which time and frequency resource are used by the UE to transmit the random access preamble. So what would be the RARNTI value? Here actually this is the point where people get confused. It is somewhere where they will give the value in the terms of the 60, somewhere they will give the value of the 10. So people get confused what is the real value. So RARNTI value is depending upon this thing, 1 plus TID plus 10 into FID. So FID is defining how many PRACH resource has allocated to you in the frequency domain. So you know the frequency domain you have only one resource, one set of resource having the 6 resource block. I'm not telling how many resource block, I'm telling how many PRACH resource in frequency domain. So every time only one PRACH resource is allocated to you, na? Only one. एक ही मिलता है with the 6 resource block. And TID, that's possible that you can transmit in the multiple subframe. You can see, remember the first class preamble ID table. So TID value can be 0 to 9. This is number of subframe where your UE can send the Rach preamble. So this can be multiple. Here it can be only one. So its value can be 1 to 9, sorry, 0 to 9. This value can be in FTD mode only 0. In TTD mode, yes, more than one can be allocated, even maximum 5 can be allocated to 5 resource. So in FTD mode, we have to talk. So TID value 0 to 9, this value is 0. So 10 into 0 means 0, 1 plus TID. So range of the RNTI in FDD mode will be 1 plus. Minimum is 0, so minimum is 1, maximum is 9, so 1 plus 9 is 10. So 1 plus 9 is 10, so range will be the 1 to 10. So minimum is 1, maximum is the 10. That is the range of your RNTI in FDD mode. In TDD mode, it can be maximum 5 FID, means maximum 6 resource, PRACH resource can be allocated, so 0 to 5. So 10 into 5 means 50 plus maximum, this become 9 plus 110. 10 plus 50 means 60, means minimum 1 to 60 in TDD modes. But we have to concentrate on the FDD mode. So FDD mode, please remember the RNTI value will be only minimum is 1, maximum is 10. So clear this parameter? Anyone having doubt, please tell me. So it means two UE may have the same RNTI. Suppose example I am telling you. For suppose example here. See in the subframe 1, we have 3 UE. UE1, UE2, UE3. Suppose subframe 4, UE4, UE5. So all the UE, suppose this 3 UE, UE1, 2, 3, all the UE who is transmitting the Rach preamble here. So if they will transmit the Rach preamble here in subframe 1, then RNTI will be 2, because 1 plus TID. So TID is the 1. So 1 plus TID means 1 plus 1, that is the 2. So RNTI 2. So all the UE who transmit the Rach here, their preamble, this RNTI will be 2 only. See, that's why I say multiple UE may have the same RNTI. See, RNTI 2, 2, 2, all the UE. UE 1, 2, 3, all UE RNTI will be 2 only. But any UE who transmit the Rach here in subframe 4, their RNTI will be 5. But in subframe 4, again another UE transmit the Rach request message, their RNTI will be also 5. Preamble sequence, suppose I'm just telling randomly some value of this UE1 having the 6, UE2 is 7, UE3 again 6. So UE1, UE3, same preamble sequence, means UE1, UE3 will initiate the contention based Rach procedure. UET का same preamble sequence नहीं, this is non-contention based Rach procedure. Same story here. I think now it should be clear about the Rach request message, their all parameter. Clear है? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So if anyone, anyone having any doubts, please, I'm giving you time. Dhaneshwar, Niranjan, Mohit, Sanjay, Nakul, Nakush, Sumant, Gagan, Raju. Anyone having doubts, please tell me.
सर ये एक बार वापस से रिपीट कर दीजिए ये वाला भी जो लास्ट सेगमेंट आपने बताया ना ये थोड़ा सा रिपीटेशन कर दीजिए
ये डायग्राम वाला
राइट राइट ये
एक्चुअली
समझ में आया कि एक टाइम स्लॉट में सेम यू ही अपना ले रहे हैं तो आर एन भी हो गया है तो इसमें थोड़ा सा एक बार इसको इलेबोरेट कर दीजिए रिपीट कर दीजिए बेसिकली
because suppose what I said, once your Rach procedure has triggered, once Rach procedure will trigger, UE will transmit the Rach. So UE will transmit the Rach. What I'm telling you, suppose UE is transmitting the Rach in your this subframe 1. So if UE will transmit the Rach in subframe 1, so UE1, UE2, UE3, I'm telling the multiple, because some multiple UE who can transmit the Rach at the same time. So I'm assuming the UE 1, 2, 3. This UE is transmitting RACH at the same time. So now we are obviously all the UE who transmit the RACH at the same time means same frequency time mapping. So there obviously all the UE RA RNTI will be same only. That's why there was value is coming to. How it's coming value to? 1 plus TID. TID means subframe index. Subframe index is subframe 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So all mobile RA RNTI will be 2. Primble index I told you 0 to 63. So I'm assuming that UE1 used 6, 2 used 7, 3 used again suppose 6. So what I taught, if two UE have the same primble sequence at the same time, then both UE will have the contention based RACH. So UE1 and UE3 have the contention based. UE2 primble sequence is not matching, it's a 7, UE is 6. So both UE primble sequence is different, so it will not collide. So it's come the non-contention based RACH procedure, it will not collide. Same story here, UE4, UE5, they also have some primble, suppose both UE primble IDs 8 and 9, non-contention, they will not collide. RA RNTI, again 1 plus TID, TID value is 4, so 1 plus 4, that's RNT value 5. So all the UE, UE4, UE5, both UE initiate the RACH at the subframe 4, means both UE will have the same RA RNT, that is the value 5. I think now it should be clear. Any other place where you have doubts? बिकॉज आज नोट लिखा हुआ था तो धनेश्वर फास्ट जा रहा, बट मैं टॉपिक फास्ट नहीं बोला, मुझे मेरा बस लिखने का टाइम बच रहा है. इट्स सेविंग माई राइटिंग टाइम, बट आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग एवरीथिंग प्रॉपरली. वो लिखने में ये चीज़ लेते तभी 2 घंटा लेता है, दूसरे में चलता है 2 क्लास का टॉपिक है, बिकॉज फॉर राइटिंग इट विल टेक टाइम. यहाँ पर अपने क्या राइटिंग था ऑलरेडी दूसरे विषय में पढ़ा हुआ, तो अपने को सेव हो गया टाइम. बट स्टिल यू हैव सम डाउट्स, देन प्लीज टेल मी. संजय, सुमंत, किसी को डाउट है तो प्लीज बोलो, बाद में तो बोला डाउट नहीं.
सर ये सारी की सारी इंफॉर्मेशन SIB2 में ही आएगी ना सर?
102% SIB2 व्हेन यू आर यूजिंग इन आइडल मोड. सारी की सारी मतलब कौन सी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन? ये RARNTI.
यस सर.
नहीं RARNTI क्यों? RARNTI तो यूई भेजेगा आइडेंटिटी ना, नेटवर्क क्यों भेजेगा?
हाँ ठीक है.
अभी पता है ना RARNTI तुम्हारा यूई व्हेन यू आर यूई सेंडिंग द RACH रिक्वेस्ट मैसेज, that is the mapping of frequency and time subframe, and that you also will calculate na your UE. Suppose your UE is transmitting in subframe 1, so that time what would be your UE RNTI? 2 only. Then why E not will broadcast? If E not will broadcast means what? That will be fixed na. If you are transmitting subframe 2, even though that value, subframe 3, even though that same value, no, it should be changing with the subframe.
ठीक है सर, समझ गया.
Anywhere else? Now, after transmitting your RACH request, so you've seen the parameter of RACH request. So after transmitting the RACH request, you have to monitor the PDCCH. What is the use of PDCCH? See here. Actually, if you see the call flow to some other places, after the RACH request, they will say in Google RACH response directly, no. But after this, you have to see this message. Why this? Because random access response, this message will transmit on PDSCH. So where is the resource for random access response for PDSCH? This UE will read the DCI format, downlink control information, that will provide the information about this random access response scheduling. So that's why first you read the PDCCH, because DCI will come on the PDCCH. So UE will read the PDCCH scheduling command, which will provide the resource information about the random access response. So that, and DCI format 1A and 1C will be used, that I written here. So DCI format 1A and 1C, because there are different format of DCI, 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 2A, 2B, 2C. So there are different format. For Rach, DCI format 1A and 1C carries the scheduling information for random access response. So generally that is the mistake in the Google, every place they write the random request and the random access response. No, before a random access response hearing, your mobile have to understand the scheduling information for this message. If your mobile is not knowing where the, because this is the random procedure, na? So where the scheduling information for that response, how you will check, where exactly in the your frame you will check. In frame you have the tens of frame, multiple subcarriers. So where exactly your UI will check for the random access response. So first check PDCCH for DCI, and then it will tell about the scheduling information of the random access response. Clear? So please, today's class video you go and listen 2 times. So most probably next class all of the message will be explained, because now it's easier message. Few more, still more parameter left, means like failure situation, when the random access will fail, then what will happen. But within I think 2 class it will be done. With 2 class your batch will be complete. So 2 more class required, but all class are correlated. So please today's video go and again listen.